Good evening. How you doing? It's Phil Thatch, and tonight I am in downtown Chattanooga, and I'm going to do some nighttime photography, a little bit of cityscape stuff, maybe some light trails. I'm not sure exactly what all's going on. And I've brought back a blast from the past. Right here is the first mirrorless camera I ever owned, unless you counted like a phone, and it is my Nikon Z6. And I have on the 24-70 f2.8G adapted lens, which I love this lens. I've made a video about it. And my first shot, I've got the Tennessee Aquarium framed up with the sign that's in front of the aquarium and the little bridge that's shaped like the mountains in the distance and the Tennessee Aquarium. There's kind of a mixture of blue sky and cloud in the sky, and I put the Maven circular polarizer on to, I twisted it around, and those clouds look a lot better with it. I'm shooting at, I think, 24 millimeters. I've got the camera perfectly level, so the lines will be straight, and I am going to cut off the bottom of the frame because it has a lot of stuff I don't need. But if I angled up to center the building in the frame, then I wouldn't have to cut off so much, but my lines wouldn't be straight. So let's see what my exposure is going to be like. It's gotten darker since I started making this video clip. Looks like I'm going to shoot at about 1/10. f7.1 ISO 100, 2-second timer. Done. Okay, so I want to show you really quick what I was talking about because I'm not sure if I described it well enough in the field. This is how I'd make a photograph of a building that's a tall building, and I still have the vertical lines straight without using any of the digital tools built into these programs. I actually capture the lines straight in the field without a tilt shift lens. And here's what I do. This is the cropped version, but this is the version before it's cropped. And all this area down here, this is all throwaway. And the reason it's here, the reason I don't put the building in the middle of the frame is because in order to do that, I would have to angle the camera up. And if I angle the camera up, that would make these vertical lines lean in this way and this way. So what I do is I put the subject building in the top of the frame so my camera is level. That's the key. My camera is perfectly level. And then I crop it. I crop out the part of the frame that I don't need. And voila, there you have straight lines in architecture photography. So there it is, the finished version of the aquarium river journey photo. Really happy with this, but this wasn't even what I went downtown to photograph. I wanted to do light trails, and that's coming next. Okay, so now I am up on the bridge with stairs going all the way up and down both sides. I'm up on top of the bridge that was in the foreground of the last picture, and I'm looking straight down Broad Street. I always talk about Broad Street when I do photography in Chattanooga because it has the trees going down an island in the middle. And I've got a 10-stop filter on, and I'm making 9 shots, 30 seconds apiece, and hopefully I'll get some light trails with daylight still. That's the plan. I'm making another shot of this scene. I've gone down to the 3-stop neutral density filter. I'm in f11, 20 seconds. 30 seconds would have overexposed, so I'm doing 20 seconds. But and the balance now, the taillights, even the taillights appear to be brighter than what's left of the sky. So that might be a good blend. And I'm doing 20-second shots, but I'm going to combine, like I've done all along, I'm going to combine 9 shots into one to make what will hopefully be the best shot of the night right here. So here is the final version of that shot, 9 shots, 20 seconds apiece. And I'm going to show you exactly how I put these together. I've got one more of these, and I'm going to show you in depth how I put that last one together. And then I'll show you this one and that one, and you can tell me which one you like the best. I told you a story. I said I was going to be done with the last shot, but I'm actually trying one more. This one, I'm back up to 30 seconds. All the settings are the same as the last shot, f11, ISO 100, but this time I'm back up to 30 seconds because it's gotten just a little bit darker, and I've zoomed in a little bit. I had been shooting at 24 millimeters, and now I'm shooting at nearly 35, which has mostly just the road where the light trails are in the shot. So I wonder if my composition has been bad all along or if I've just ruined it for this shot. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, these are the 9 photos from the last shot, and I'm going to take a quick look at these. Interestingly, this very first shot is much brighter than the rest. And it was taken right in a row. This first one was at 5:57 and 10 seconds, and then it was a 30-second shot. And the next shot is 5:57 and 42 seconds. So it's just right. But that first one is much brighter. It must have changed from not blue hour to blue hour right there or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but anyway, I'm not going to use that first shot because it's so much different. So on these, let's go into the develop module. I've already pulled the highlights back to -41 and the whites back to -100. And I can show you what it looks like before I did that. The light trails are just a little bright. They're about to clip. And when all of them are that way, when you're mixing 9 shots worth of light trails that are that way, it gets kind of a overloaded look. So I like to have them almost a little bit too dim, maybe, in the shots that I'm combining together. So I took those settings, -41 on highlights and -100 on whites, and I copied those settings to all these, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, all the way to number 9. And let's take a look at those. Here you can see here's some flashing lights from a turn signal. There's some flashing lights from a turn signal. This was a bus, this tall vehicle that came down this road and made a right. It was a bus, and you can see its flashers as it slowed down. Lots of traffic in and out, some parallel parking going on, a lot of turn signals and flashers, more and more. Not a whole lot going on in this shot. So, but what we're going to do, look at these turn signals. This car comes out of a parallel parking spot. What we're going to do is combine all of these together. So we're not going to use number 1 because it's different, but we're going to take number 2 through number 9, and we're going to click on photo. We're in Lightroom now, and we're going to edit in. We're not going to edit in Adobe Photoshop 2024. We're going to open as layers in Photoshop. And so that'll take just a little bit of time. So here we are in Photoshop, and you can see the layers are loading over here on the right. Okay, so now we have 8 layers loaded into Photoshop. Now some people align layers, but my camera was on a tripod and it didn't move a bit. So I'm going to skip that step. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the first image, and we're going to hold down Shift and then click on the last image. And now they're all in a stack. They're all right on top of each other, and we're going to blend. We're going to go to this blend mode. Right now it's normal, and we're going to lighten. When you click on lighten, see, look on normal, it looks, you're just seeing the very top layer, but when you click on lighten, it lets the brightest part of each picture come through. And that's how I combine those 8 30-second photos into one photo that's 4 minutes long. It's a 4-minute exposure. And then you just click on File and Save, and it will save it back into Lightroom. Should show up here in just a moment, and it'll save it as a TIFF. And here it is right here. It's weird. It always puts it next to the end. Instead of, you would think it'd be the very last photo, but it puts it right next to the last photo. So there it is. And now we're going to edit that just a little bit more. Sometimes I just hit auto and see what happens. Oh, I don't like that at all. Let's take that exposure back, maybe those shadows back a little bit. And of course, I know Jared Poland says never crop. Well, don't listen to Jared. You should crop for composition. And that's what we're going to do with this. I think this is going to look really cool as a wide panorama type shot, because this information up here is not adding to the photo. This information down here is not adding to the photo. All this is where the drama is. So we're going to crop out the stuff that's not adding to what we're doing. Maybe take the highlights out just a little bit more. Might add just a touch of clarity. Let's full screen it and see what it looks like. Pretty freaking cool. So all of those cars driving in the bus and the turn signals and the car pulling out of the parallel parking spot, all of that information is in this one exposure. So we have all the brightest parts of 4 minutes of exposure in this one shot. Pretty cool. Here's that first light trail shot again, and this one was the 24 millimeter one, so it's much wider. It shows the side streets much more. And now I'm going to show you the second light trail shot, and it is 35 millimeters, so a little bit closer, and there was a little bit more activity, and I thought the light was better. So let me know which one you like the best, the first light trail shot or the second one, or maybe you like the aquarium picture the best. All right, that's going to do it for me here at the Tennessee Aquarium and Broad Street in Chattanooga for some light trail photography. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, reach down, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And as always, ooh, I'm getting dizzy. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee.